story time, how I got the cops called on me for robo tripping. So we used to borrow it a lot. So it was this girl, her friend, and then me and my best friend at the time. Me and my best friend at the time, we would robo trip all the time, and we would talk about it at school all the time. Like, I was one of those busybodies who would talk all the time about doing GRUGs, and no one would, like, care. The teachers wouldn't say anything. It was just, you know, I would literally talk about doing at school, no one would care. So they thought it was super cool, and they wanted to do it. So we were like, oh, like, you can come over and we can, like, do that. So this girl, we'll call her Bailey, she has a friend, and he takes us to the Walmart. So, you know, we go around, borrow it, whatever, and then go into the car. And me and my friend, my best friend, we take him in the car because we're, like, bold at this point. She almost throws up out the damn window. Yeah. So it was a pretty rough night. Me and her took, like, 30, and they took only 5 each, which is not really enough to make you see anything or feel anything, but they didn't want to, like, do too much, and I understand, honestly. So me and my friend were rolling around in the bed, losing our minds. I was literally trying to hit pods or just the body of the jewel and thinking it was the entire thing. Like, you feel like an entire robot. Like, I could not walk. My friend threw up on the floor because she couldn't walk to the bathroom because we literally are not humans. Like, we probably could have died. It was pretty bad. And this is the only time that it's ever lasted until the morning for me. So in the morning, I, like, wake up a little bit, but I just hear the other girl and her friend, Bailey and her friend, arguing. And I'm like, what? It sounds like her friend is trying to get her to, like, act normal and go leave, right? So I was like, what's going on? And then I just hear Bailey, like, making a commotion, and she just gets out the house. And then I, like, heard from other people that she, like, got outside the house and, like, stumbled onto the floor. So then her mom freaks out and is like, what did you get my daughter? Obviously. And she was literally, like, picking her up to go to church. So it was just, like, a whole thing. And then she calls the cops, obviously. So the cops get there. Mind you, I got lucky this day. I got lucky every day that I interacted with the cops, honestly. But this day, my best friend at the time, her mom had dated this cop, and he had hit her dog with his car. So it was, like, he felt bad for her. And that was, like, when she was, like, 5. So there was beef, but, like, he felt bad for her, so he didn't get us in trouble for it. I'm pretty sure that was why, aside from the fact that we were white and, like, 15. But anyways, so the cops get there, and my friend's dad starts talking to them, and he's like, he calls her out. So she starts talking to them, and they're like, they need to talk to you. And I'm like, fuck, I can't get up. I can't. Like, I knew I wasn't able to walk straight. So they made me get up, and then I walk. I literally fall into the wall, and then I start leaning against the wall the entire time because I'm like, I can't stand straight. I was literally so fucked up, dude. But somehow we ended up convincing the cops that we had only smoked 1 joint the night before. And we didn't do anything, but it's not a crime to do Robitussin. So technically that was, I guess it might be a crime, honestly. Well, parts of this story were definitely a crime. There was definitely crimes committed, but I don't know if, like, the actual doing of the Robitussin is a crime. But yeah, But regardless, she was trying to say that we forced her to take the shit. We didn't. We just, like, we facilitated it. I'm not gonna say I wasn't responsible for her feeling like she should take it, but she definitely wanted to herself. Like, she literally asked us to hang out so that she could do it, and then took us to get them in the first place. Like, she probably felt peer pressure to some extent, but, like, girl, I'm sorry. That wasn't, like, you gotta take some sort of accountability. Mind you, she was also older than us. I don't remember if it was 1 or 2 years older, but she was older than us. We were in, like, a co-ed class, like, no, like, as in grade levels, multiple grade levels in one class. It was a language class, but yeah. So that was great. And then my best friend at the time almost got into a fight with her the next day at school because she was an aggressive ass girl, but I think it's because she, like, it was just a whole mess. Really, I was barely cognizant for it. And then I'm pretty sure once the cops left, we smoked another joint. But they made us throw it away in front of them, like, all of the weed that we had. But I'm pretty sure we had more. That's the kind of people we were back then. We would have stashes and stashes and stashes. But yeah, and that wasn't even what got me to stop doing it, unfortunately. But I stopped. Now I can't take normal ass cough medicine because it makes me triggered, so great. I almost forgot the worst part. My friend used my jacket that I made myself. It was, like, the first thing that I ever upcycled, and I loved it. I cherished this jacket, wore it everywhere, and she used it to clean up the throw up and then put it in her closet so that her dad wouldn't see it. But then I know, like, it's just the whole thing. I never wore that jacket again or even looked at it, and it stayed in her closet. I'm pretty sure no one even touched it because I'm scared to throw up, and she knew that. So I had, like, it was way worse back then, so yeah. But they fought at school because obviously we were really into DRUG, so we were really anti-snitching at the time, so yeah.